Hi, my name is Uldouz Wallace, and I was one of the victims of the iCloud hack leak in 2014, which was essentially digital rape and trafficking of non-consensual images and videos. And this absolutely crushed and destroyed me on a soul level, but this isn't something that's only happening to women and men, but it's happening to our children. So I was in a trusted relationship with my now ex-boyfriend, and when we broke up, he threatened to, when we were together, he took a couple pictures of us and a video, and when we broke up, he threatened to leak these pictures and the video to the internet. But although he did not leak it, I later on got hacked by a predator who was stalking me and 99 other hardworking celebrity women. And he collected personal information, pictures, and videos of us over a 2-year span. So he was stalking us for 2 years and collecting this kind of information. After strategically planning and collecting enough images, addresses, and videos, this predator went public with a list of 100 women that he was auctioning off to the public for all of the predators to bet on, like livestock. And I was unfortunately on that list. When I first found out about it, I didn't think much of it because I have always been so careful. I always covered up my special part. If I ever sent a picture or something like that, it would have been something similar to a bikini modeling photo shoot or something of that kind. After getting enough bids and collecting enough funds, this predator ended up leaking everything to the internet. And there was also some underage girls on that list as well. When the leak happened, my phone was blowing up. And that's when I realized that, oh my God, it's the same pictures in the video that my ex-boyfriend threatened to leak years prior. And my heart just dropped and my body just collapsed with it. I locked myself in and I couldn't stop crying. I was publicly humiliated and degraded, and it was such a public event that everybody found out about it. And a few people were concerned, but honestly, most of them were bullying me and using this as a tool to kick me while I was down. A few people suggested that I should kill myself, that my career and my life is over, and that I'm damaged goods now, and that no man would ever want me. Most of these cruel comments were coming from my peers, other actors, and influencers. And then the brands started canceling my contracts and the sponsorships because my so-called new image didn't align with their brand and they didn't want to associate with me. Then, of course, that dreadful moment that I was trying so hard to escape, my mom calls me asking if I did porn now. And this is the moment that I just wanted to die because I worked so hard in trying to make my mom proud, and it was just all stolen from me. And then the icing on the cake, the hacker also leaked my address, so I had to move, and I ended up isolating myself at my new location for years after that. Having relationships after this whole incident have been very difficult. I have to constantly explain myself over and over, and then if they finally get it, then I have to explain myself to their family members or friends, and then it just goes on and on. My basic human rights were stolen from me, but what they were really trying to steal was my spirit. Now imagine this happening to your child. Imagine you coming home and finding out that your child have committed suicide because of something like this. This kind of trauma is forever immortalized, and it's not something that just goes away, and it needs to be stopped. As soon as the leak happened, I did everything in my power to get this stuff taken down. I reached out to a law firm that did DMCA takedown request, and they wanted a $20,000 retainer and a minimum of $10,000 a month. And I just felt so defeated because I didn't make that kind of money. And I asked this company that monetized my YouTube if they could take the links down and in exchange of my earnings, right? And now I calculated how much it was, and it ended up being over $1 million. And let's not forget about the millions of dollars that all of the companies profited off of me. Eventually, I had to learn how to do DMCA takedown requests myself, and I would spend hours and hours on getting links together to submit and contacting porn sites, begging them to take this stuff down on me. If they would even take it down at all, I would just see it be re-uploaded the next day. Even if you do 1 million DMCA takedown requests, Google leaves the source site up, and that's something that never gets erased. So anyone can easily just download and share it whenever they want. And I did my research and found out that by law, Google can't take these source sites down because they say that they're located in another country, which makes no sense because it lives on Google. And also anyone can easily just create a VPN, which is a virtual private network, and claim that they're simply in another country, but be your next door neighbor, right? So after 7 years of doing DMCA takedown requests, I got connected to a head of marketing of a porn company. And they notified me that they're going to implement something called the fingerprint stamp system to my video. The fingerprint stamp system is a system that scans the video ahead of time and won't allow you to upload it. So it never gets uploaded after that, right? Later on, I realized that all of these platforms have this technology, but they simply don't want to implement it. If someone wants to repost even a little video snippet of a major movie, that whole movie have been fingerprint stamped from the beginning to end, and it won't let you even upload it in the first place. So you mean to tell me that there's better laws in place for the copyright of movies and music than it is for women, men, and children that are being digitally raped and trafficked? I mean, why? No. The answer is simple. Trafficking of non-consensual images and videos of real people is a billion-dollar industry. Everyone profits from it except for the victims, and it needs to be stopped. I'm going to quickly just go over how DMCA works with algorithms. So to request a DMCA, it usually takes anywhere from 48 hours to a week, and that's for a porn site, and then up to 8 weeks for Google. The first 48 hours to a week is when you profit the most from a video on a porn site, and all of the other sites, of course. But then also, it goes after that to 4 to 8 weeks. So now how convenient is it that they're taking the links down after they already made the profit? What happened to me could happen to anyone, and it doesn't matter how successful, educated, protective, or famous you are. It could happen to you, and it could happen to your child. So please act now before it's too late. Thank you.